I gave Katie the file and I said you might want to quickly flick through the file to read through it. And she pointed to one of the pages which was written in Lugandan and she said, why is there a man's name with the same surname as Davin? When we got to the police station and the police officer had a look through the file, one of the first things that he did was call this number. Well, it transpired that that number and that name, it was Davin's dad. Davin's dad's name and mobile number had been in the file all along and nobody had phoned it. So then from that phone call, we went 5 minutes up the road from the police station and went into the community where he was living. So this same day, it was like a light bulb went over the policeman's head and he said, I recognise this name, I remember now. And then he told us a story about an accident that he'd witnessed. Davin's dad had a really horrendous boulder accident, ended up in Malaga Hospital, which this policeman had been in charge of that case. And so it transpires that that's the reason why Davin went into the baby home. This is Davin, and today he's going home. We found his birth dad about 2 months ago, so we've been working with him to get him resettled, and today's the day he's going, isn't it? I just felt so happy and so over the moon that we'd actually had done it, because I whispered to him in the early days, I'm going to get you out of here. And I know nobody else heard, but I'd made a promise to him, you know, that I would get him out, sorry. And I was just so pleased, you know, that I finally did it. I mean, one of the things which is really hard for children in orphanages is that becomes their world. Those 4 walls, that is what they think the world is, and that's what they think life is, because most of them never leave. Look, this is the first time you've probably been in a car. Can you imagine? This is Davin's first time out of there in 8 months. He's not been out of those 4 walls for 8 months. Look, Davin, this is the world. Thank you. Welcome to Uganda.
We are going to give the resettlement package to Davin's dad, just to help them get back on their feet. Mosquito net, mattress, some clothing, cream, just things that are the basics that they'll need to start them off well.
I'm really looking forward to just seeing how well he looks, because I know he will, because I know he's now, you know, even though that he hasn't been resettled to an affluent environment, they love him.
Oh, it's good to see you walking into the
Oh, look
That's
at him! Look at him!
Look at you!
Oh,
really?
You've
Totally
done such a good
confident.
job. He's really I can see.
You can tell he's loved.
Yeah.
He's so happy.
Yeah.
Devin, you are in a good little place with your dad.
I'm seeing such a big difference in him in 3 weeks.
Yes.
Huge. Because he's grabbing things and he's interested and he's making better eye contact.
Interacting.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Can you just ask him how that would have made him feel if he'd found out that his son had been adopted abroad?
Tesenga abayirwe baali bamututte mu America babungereza
nga
tojja kudda kumulaba
forever
forever. Would be very bad.
kubanga mba mpulira mu mutima nga sinuma nga siridamu kumulaba omwana.
Because she said it would pain him because he would never be able to see him again.
He loves you very much.
He really does.
Loves you.
He really does.
Good job.
So that's why more needs to happen in the whole tracing thing, and that's what Katie and I feel really strongly about. Even though we both intercountry adopted, we really feel 100% that the first option for all the children in institutions has to be birth families. Then number 2, domestic adoption. We're doing everything we can to encourage Ugandans to adopt, and intercountry adoption should be the final, at the end, after the whole search has been done.
Bye. See you again. Thank you. Investigations, just making sure, and you can't assume that the place you're working with is doing it. I mean, you really can't assume it. You have to ask the hard questions. You may even have to go yourself, ask for all the documents, like Karen's saying. Really be proactive in the adoption process. Even, kindly, respectfully, respecting Ugandan culture, but really making sure things are done so that your child has been given every opportunity to be resettled if there is a family member that wants the child.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything to each other?
I love you. Good work.
Yeah.